Hey everybody, it's Mucha Marapa from Matrix Global Media, and today we're going to focus on something that I think everybody would do very well to adopt once they have identified it. And what I'm talking about is providing an unbelievably good offer for somebody who is contemplating buying from you, albeit with some very strict sort of time scales. Now, let me explain. There's a fantastic marketer, and I call him a marketer. He's a psychologist. He's a lot of. His name is Dr. Glenn Livingston, and I study quite a bit from Dr. Glenn. And Dr. Glenn has something that I think we call it the conversion code. He calls it the golden five. There's some different sort of aspects to it, but one of them is having a reason to act now. Not just a reason to act, a reason to act now. And in this video, what I wanted to do was show you a fantastic example of somebody who does it as well as anybody out there about the whole reason to act now. Okay, so I am referring to a gentleman by the name of Dave Kaminski, and Dave has a fantastic product called the Web Video University, and this is the Web Video University. That gentleman there is Dave, and he has some fantastic products. Now, it's probably safe to say that within the industry, certainly a lot of the marketers know of Dave, study from him, myself included, but he's just not, I suppose, as well known as some of the other ones who really sort of are out there, out and about. But make no mistake, this man has his real stuff together. He just is fantastic. But the reason for this video now is to show you, based on an email, beg your pardon, that we got. So here it goes. Only 2 days left! Exclamation mark. Introducing 2 new amazing YouTube tools. So Dave goes down here. He discusses the offer, and then this is very interesting here. They did indeed have a deal a few months back. I remember it very well, and then it went. It had a very short sort of shelf life from the standpoint of how long it would be available. So now here he says this is an exclusive second offer just for you. The deal we're offering expired 2 months ago, so that's what I was referring to. But every day people ask us to make it available again, so we've made it available again, but only for the next 2 days. And when we go over to this page, this is it, and it is fantastic. I mean, look at this. It's basically this thing that you're looking at here is a YouTube video. Now let me turn the volume down a bit so we're not sort of drowned out by that. But here you see Dave is talking about this offer where via a YouTube sort of a bit of software you can have your videos where you even click on here, it will take you to a website and so on and so forth. It's really tremendous. And what Dave's doing here, he explains about the product in a bit more detail. This here is a bit more of the sort of fancy software, and in addition there's a bit of double bubble here. He does some training. Got a great training course as well. So he's explaining everything and so on and so forth, and then he goes down to the bottom here where he says instant 50% savings, but only through May the 1st 2012. He says here's the deal. It goes for $99 by itself normally, and the course would cost you $99 as well. Alright, but if you want to get them both right now, you can have them 50% off. And he says there's one catch though. He says it's only available through May the 1st 2012, and that'll be it. And with Dave, that is it, folks. There's just no ifs and buts about it. Now, one of the other things Dr. Glenn always says and talks about out of the 5 sort of elements of that conversion code is having an irresistible offer, and this is an example of that. But going back to Dave and something that had happened before, Dave also had a course which still exists, by the way, called How to Screencast Like a Pro. And what screencasting is, basically, it's the opposite of direct to camera. Direct to camera is when we stand in front of a video and you actually see our face, whereas screencasting is something similar to this, when you actually see the screen in front of you being recorded. Now, look at this. This was back in 2010. Right, and here's a gentleman here called Glenn Hughes. I don't know Glenn, I've never heard of Glenn. This isn't a sort of let's call Glenn out, but it's just an article that he wrote that's in line with this. And it says, I came back to buy this course, but it looks like you've jacked the price up. Now, I'm no genius, but I do know something about human psychology, and putting the price up just alienates your followers, which in turn drives them and sales away. I've noticed this sales tactic trend becoming more prevalent lately, and it's just plain dumb. Whoever started this trend simply got the psychology all wrong. And Glenn goes on a little bit, and then Dave comes back. And listen to this here, or watch this. He says, I released How to Screencast Like a Pro on December the 10th, 2010, and I made it very clear I was offering an introductory discount on the course until January the 1st. After that, the price was increasing. No gimmicks, no tricks, just an introductory special. And on January the 1st, 2011, just like I said, the price increased. And you see, what was very interesting, some other folks really chimed in there on the forum and sort of says, hey Glenn, listen, Dave did clearly state this. He says, would you go back to a retail store 2 weeks after a big sale and complain they jacked up the prices, and so on and so forth. And Glenn wasn't very happy. As you can see, he sort of went back and sort of wrote on and stated his case, but then everybody else started chiming in and saying, no, listen, he didn't dish you. So what I'm just trying to say here is, when you actually are in a position when you have a program, and you know what, a few times you will have a situation where in fact you'll say to somebody, you'll give them that unbelievable offer or the irresistible offer, as Dr. Glenn likes to say, and a reason to act now, and they don't take you up on it. But keep doing it, right? Just stick to your guns. When the date's up, the date's up. When the special deal that you've given them, if they say yes straight away, is done, it is done. And slowly but surely you will, it might be in a psychological capacity, but your target audience, your customers, they will begin to realize that, hey, listen, it's not unreasonable what they're asking for, but we've got to make a decision right now. Now, does that mean you wake up in the morning and you just say to them straight away, hey, listen, I've got this, but I need to know right now? No, of course, you've got to sort of take some time explaining the benefits of what it is you're offering. But if you can take a leaf out of Dave Kaminski's book and really provide some unbelievable offers, however, at the same time, a real reason to act now, I think you will do very, very well. So I hope this helps you. And, by all means, go ahead and visit the Web Video University. You'll find it at webvideouniversity.com. And this is Mucha Marapa from Matrix Global Media. Thanks very much for taking the time.